fumador. Que ya, puta, deja fumar, hombre. Mira, esa papá es mala, hombre. Te va a matar de esa mierda. ¿Ya? Y así hay otras, la bebida también.
¿Verdad? Malas costumbres.
Malas costumbres, hombre. Sí,
Sí, tienes razón.
sí. No, yo los consejos que he dado siempre es dejen de beber. Yo bebí hasta 1900, hasta el 80. Y ahí no volví. Yo nomás. No me arrepiento. Me salió bonita la jugada. Ya no gasto centavos en esa mierda. Ya no le debo un peso a nadie. Vivo tranquilo pues y no ocupo la tonelada de dinero que ocupa el que es al revés, mío.
Sí,
Porque yo no lo gasté porque no lo bebí, pero aquel lo gastó porque se lo bebió.
también.
Entonces sale...
Un desperdicio.
Ah, correcto.
¿Y en qué momento decidió que no quería beber?
Decidí en el hospital. Me vi un pisto en el bote y le dije que me voy a ayudar a doblar una milpa de al zapote que ya tenía, la verdad. Entonces me dijo que le fuera a ayudar yo a él. De ayudarme vos, me dijo. No sé vos el que me debe, le dije. Yeah. Entonces, te robaste esa mierda. Entonces nos dejamos alegar y casi y me quedó esto.
Ah, papo.
Un machetazo aquí, ¿ves? Porque a mí es así, ¿eh? A volarme la cabeza aquí, ¿eh? Pero no fue sabrosa también. Y yo bromeaba mucho con un viejito que vivía aquí en el Terrero. ¿Cómo se llama? Era apellido Guerrero, por cierto. Entonces, le hacíamos, cuando nos encontrábamos, mira, te voy a dar un consejo, me dijo. Si te toca agarrarte con un hombre, nunca le tires primero, me dijo.
No. ¿Y
No,
eso?
porque dijo que el que iba a tirar estaba más nervioso y todo. Y de ahí acá, vos la venís, ya está por aquí, la venís, entonces una varilla de cerco fue la que le... Entonces lo abracé y lo puse en el suelo y cuando me venía con el machete collarado.
Papo.
Si le hubiera tirado primero me jode porque yo andaba una varilla y él andaba un machete. Bien afilado. Sí.
Ah, sí, así
Eh,
es peor.
así es.
Está bueno.
Está bueno, ¿ah?
Buen consejo.
Así,
¿Y
hombre.
estos?
¿Ah? Yo solo uso ahí para que no me raye los anteojos.
¿Y no tiene cobertor? Como una para ponerlo
Ay,
adentro.
tengo unos bastante menos he tenido.
¿Cómo se ven? Cheque.
Y hombre, sí.
Está un poco doblados,
Es que
abuelo.
uso este aquí. Y ya para ponerme ese otro,
Encima.
pues, es que ese es verde. Y este jodido es claro.
Ah, sí, sí.
Entonces me jode la vista ahí. Mientras que así con eso, voy a lanzar por encima así. Y ya va a volar.
Está bueno.
Aunque yo ya no hago ni mierda. Ya me voy a volar 84 años.
Imagínense.
Ya me alcanzas.
Sí, unos 60 más.
Puta.
24 tengo yo.
¿Ah?
24 tengo yo.
Ay, que oí vos y entonces creí que era Tere que anda en la iglesia.
Sí, creo que no sé. ¿Y cuándo sale?
Pues hoy como están en cosas de feria y todo, y el Día del Señor y que no sé qué, todas las mujeres se han acumulado en la iglesia.
Ah, ya. Sí, porque ya son las 11:20.
11
18 por
y
ahí.
18 por ahí. Sí, hombre.
A ver cuándo sale.
Manda, salta. Ya rato se fue. Así es la cosa.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Está bueno. Sí, yo solo estaba grabando un video porque solo a mí me gusta hablar,
Ah, sí, qué bonito, hombre.
¿verdad?
Sí, hombre. Para eso estamos dotados de una cosa que se llama voz.
Por eso hay que
Entonces,
usarla.
hay que usarla. Hay que aprender cositas para contarlas.
Sí, hombre.
Ay, no puta. Pues este perro, man.
¿Verdad? Se va a poner un poco helado.
Ay, en la tarde ya
Tiene que abrigar.
que abrigar. Con el abrigo.
Vamos. Man, the conversations you can have with older folks, bro, priceless. Priceless, bro. The fact that he's 60 years older than me is just like mind-boggling. I don't know. I guess that fight or whatever that altercation was what led him to realize that he needs to stop that lifestyle, and he did. And I don't even think he's probably had like a sip since then. So that's just something to think about, bro. Like for me, in my experience, the first time I ever got inebriated was when I was like 16, and it was just like, bro, what's going on? I think we can all remember that. Bro, what is this? I'm gonna eat it. It was quite the experience, and obviously, like in the party setting, it's fun and crazy, and like you don't know what the hell's going on. But like 16 is pretty early, so other than that experience I had, I never really drank in high school until I graduated. So I graduated when I was 17, so between age 17 and around 20 was the prime time. And I think that's like the most hilarious thing ever because I'm underage, right? And I mean, maybe a lot of people can relate, or I was underage. A lot of people can relate and say that it's more fun when it's illegal. I can 110% confirm that. But it's quite funny because you think about the people who don't drink until they're 21, and then they're introduced to alcohol, and you just kind of adapt to it. Like it's socially acceptable and always has been to drink on occasion, to party, whatever. But that road never leads to anything good. 100%. I'm just happy that I was able to kind of fizzle out of that because we hit a point, bro. Like we were partying and we hit a point to where everybody kind of realized like that it was a problem. So honestly, since then, I might drink like once a month compared to like what I was saying is that we would drink like five days a week, 4 days a week, and just go crazy. And that was it. So going back to my point with the genetics and stuff, I always wanted to look good, right? So, you know, I think I've been blessed with certain traits that might make me look a little bit more attractive, but to be completely honest with you, I take care of myself pretty well, and I've always been conscious and not concerned, but I guess aware of my image, my grooming, my hygiene, and I always thought it was something important that I should really focus on, especially look better. So if I didn't exercise, if I didn't groom myself, and if I didn't have manners, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be as confident as I am now. Which brings me to my other point. Confidence. What is confidence? Confidence is having that desire, that drive, that feeling, just the feeling like aura, right? We're 2026. We have that aura to where nobody can tell you shit because you're so confident, you're so I don't know. Confidence is just like the best word. I don't know. That people's opinions and what other people say or what you hear just doesn't affect you. But how do you build that? You need credibility, but you don't get confidence from other people. Like, bro, like I don't care what you think. You shouldn't care what other people think, whether it's good or bad, because at the end of the day, that's up for interpretation. So, if somebody gives me a compliment, I would gladly accept it and acknowledge it. It's like, hey, I like how you dressed. I like how your hair looks, whatever. I know that's true because I take pride in that. But if somebody's telling me the opposite, I can also say that it's not true because I know that I take care of myself. So when it comes to the point where people are telling you these things and you start to second guess yourself, that's where you don't have confidence. You don't have the confidence, the belief in yourself to prove to yourself that you are who you say you are. So all that comes from action. You have to take action, you have to change to be who you want to be. Nobody got in their position and nobody is in the spot that they are because of lack of action. Regardless of what it is, like I remember after like the COVID, I was like 190 or something, bro, and this was before I really trained. I would take pictures of myself and I'm like, bro. And I mean, I look back on it now and I'm like, it's really not even, I wasn't even in terrible shape either. But I wasn't satisfied with that. That's not what I wanted to be and that's not who I wanted to look. Like I remember as a kid also, like seeing athletes and seeing models and seeing people on TV look, fit. They have a nice physique, and I always inspired or aspired to achieve that. And through nutrition and training, I mean, it's very possible. You see transformations, you see people change, and it's because they change. So change is the catalyst of technically everything. If you can break the cycle of being who you are and who you're being told to be and start living within your means and becoming who you want to be regardless of what anybody says or what anybody thinks, that's the first step to really making progress in life, because you identify yourself by the things that you do. A drug addict, an alcoholic, like, bro, and that's what's crazy to me is like people are okay with that. Like okay with referring to themselves with having a title of and letting that be their identity, but in a negative way. Like if you're dumb, you probably don't read books. You probably don't listen to smart people. You probably don't surround yourself with smart people. But if you want to get your identity and develop your identity to be someone smarter in whatever field that may be, you have to pick up a book. You have to listen to somebody else. You have to learn You have to try and you have to fail because we all know that success is not guaranteed. But how do you reach success? Success, and this is why like entrepreneurship ties in so much with personal success because at the end of the day, it's like a trial and error. But you have to be okay and have the discipline to keep going because if you don't, that's when you give up. And I read, like, I kind of switched up this quote that I found and I personalized it. Um, but it goes, act, act and reflect, or forget and regret. And it was something that I was just thinking about when, I don't know, after reading and really just thinking overall about what I want to do this year. And it all starts with action, right? Like, if I want to get to the places and chase my goals, or reach my goals and chase my purpose, I have to act in whatever fashion it may be. Whether it's this video that I'm filming right now, whether it's applying for a job that I don't think I'll get, or that I have a lower chance of getting, whether it's moving out of the state. I have clear goals, but it doesn't matter. You can have a step-by-step guide on how to do something, but if you don't do it, you're never going to accomplish it, right? So stop just sitting there and thinking and start acting, because the person who is going to succeed or even get closer to success is always going to be the person who takes action and the person who is willing to fail and learn. So the whole point is like act and reflect. So take action and then think about it. What could I have done differently? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do right? Do I see myself doing this again? Do I want to keep trying? And in what way could I better my outcomes? Or you forget and regret. So with the same thought that you want to take that action, you can also just throw it out the door. It's like if you want to drink coffee, or if you want to, I don't know, I was going to say quit nicotine, but it's like too random. Like if you want to eat healthier, if you want to change your life for the better, we all want to be better, but we don't want to try. So when you forget, you're like, oh, forget it. Later on down the road, you're going to regret that you didn't try. And like, we all have regrets, and they all come from a lack of action because, like I've been a full-time student till now for the last, 6 years or whatever. And it's not an excuse, but it's also reasoning to why I can't be so consistent on social media. But I know for a fact that if I stop, that I'm going to regret it. Because I have regrets. I have tried to film for the last, 4 years, 3 years. And I'm like, man, if I just would have posted more, if I would have been more consistent, I would be in a different place. I would be in a different spot. But I reflect on that, and I'm like, well, I can still try. It's never too late. And I think that's kind of my whole point, is like, it's never too late to change, and it's never too late to become who you want to be. All it takes is mentality, responsibility, consistency, and discipline, which are probably the hardest things that a human can really, really master. But step by step, you always take one step forward. When you take one step forward, regardless of how big that step, it's better than what you did the day before. So I'm going to leave you with that for now. Well, if you made it this far, drop down a comment. You're a real one. I really appreciate it. And I hope, you found some type of value. I wish you could resonate with, the things I had to say. And that's really about it. So make sure you subscribe so you can support me and so I can keep on making these videos. I'm really having a lot of fun with these videos and expect more soon. So thank you so much. Later.